Greetings, family. Vicki Dillard here. So pleased to be a contributor here on African Diaspora News Channel. Please make sure you give us a big thumbs up, share this broadcast. Thank you so very much. Family, I just came across this piece by the TD News Network, written by Ryan Glenn, and it says, listen, white organized reparations groups, and that's in quotes, reparations, alleged reparations, white organized reparations groups are diluting the grassroots national call for reparations. Family, I just want you to listen to a brief excerpt of what is being said. Here it says that groups such as Reparations Roundtable, Tucson Reparations, Coalition for Black Trans Economic Liberation, and many others have come together in places such as Cleveland, Brooklyn, Philadelphia, and Austin for small-scale reparation efforts. It says that for groups such as Reparations Roundtable, which it says here is an all-white staff, their forms of aid vary, but typically revolve around paying rent, groceries, eviction prevention, and bail, just to name a few. These quote-unquote reparation payments have typically gone to those facing hardships like single mothers and LGBTQIA members. It says, while admirable, there are many misconceptions associated with the perception surrounding these types of groups. It says, for starters, they are not giving reparations, nor are they even reparationists. These are charitable donations, it says, that are prioritizing selective subcategories of preferred Black people to assuage individual guilt. The prerequisite for reparations is being a Black American descendant of slavery. Reparations should not prioritize one subgroup over another. Family, we need to be aware, because as the calls continue to grow from we who are BGR, the Black grassroots, those of us that are part of the true new Black media, you're going to find where the opposition, members of the dominant society, will create efforts, will engage in efforts to diminish and to undermine our reparations. So if they can't beat us, they join us. And so they give it a new title, a new definition. And as this article so eloquently points out, they give it to certain preferred Black folk. You don't get to decide whether or not you're part of this subgroup or that subgroup, whether or not you're going to get reparations. If you are a descendant of American slavery, if you are a native Black that's responsible for the building of America, cut the check. What happens, family, and this is how so many of our people get tricked. Some of us are not conscious of how the other side does warfare. They use all manner of trickery. They'll actually take your language, rename it, use that same language and give it a new definition and tell you this is what reparations is. And pick and choose preferred Negroes. The devil is a lie. So we need to be on heightened alert by these efforts to diminish our justice claim of reparations. Now, because the calls are growing so loud, and because we have been uncompromising in the demand, they are pretending to assuage our demands by calling it something else, hijacking the movements, taking our titles and their names, creating little committees and organizations to claim that that's what they're giving reparations. No, the federal government is the one that's going to cut the check, because the United States of America was involved in it. And we're talking about starting off with 20-30 trillions for the first installment, if you ask me. Talk Black to me. So if you ain't talking money and land, you better get your funny looking self out of my face. Talk Black. So I want you all to be on alert that these efforts are happening, that we need to look closely in those that are claiming to be reparationists. We need to call them out and make sure we have nothing to do with it. We will not be distracted. We will not be undermined. And because we recognize we're at war, we're on top of it. This is your war briefing today from your sister, Vicki Dillard. Please make sure that you join my weekly mastermind at clubvicky.com for only $1. Family, we're more than what meets the eye. Everything we see came from everything we can't see. What does that mean? If everything we see came from everything we can't see, this is not just philosophical or religious or spiritual concept. We know now this is an actual scientific reality that they're able to prove in no limited time. If you're able to master the unseen, you'll be able to have greater agency and be able to really shape your life in a very different way. These are the spiritual principles that I drop once a week at clubvicky.com. Even though we're live typically on Wednesday nights, even if you're unavailable to be with us live, beloved, it's still worth joining, because we upload the lectures and you have access to this amazing vault of spiritual gems. clubvicky.com. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Follow me on Twitter at Dillard Vicki. And be sure to subscribe to my email website, my email list at MissVickiTV.com. MissVickiTV.com. Thank you so very much.
Black women, aren't you tired of the propaganda of us being viewed as strong but not soft, masculine but not feminine, combative but not pleasant? And this is what our men are saying about us. In the Black community, we were taught to be strong and educated, but not soft and feminine. Get on your feminine journey and join me on YouTube at Mrs. Danielle DeVita, my podcast, Feminine Energy with Danielle DeVita, or you can just book a session by going to mymentor.life/Danielle DeVita. Get on your feminine journey today.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and download the African Diaspora News Channel app, now available on Google Play and the Apple App Store.